YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Welcome back to the Aranessa Saltspite campaign, where yes, the salt and lame jokes continue. They will continue. We've got our second lord up here. Unfortunately, no one's fixed my mod yet that takes away the extra upkeep penalty, but since we're playing legendary, we should probably play mod free so that people won't make claims that if I beat it, oh well, you had mods on. Yeah, I know. I'll try and keep them off.
Do you take me for a churl? I'll have them.
How do these filth-mongering peasants still have any forces left? Let's break the siege. I mean, just in case there's a force we can't see that somehow gets a hold of us. It is legendary. There's no undoing it. So I'll play a little bit safe, fall back, replenish, pull forward, wreck these guys. So that should be sufficient. We've got Admiral Patchy here. This is from the stream. We've got Admiral Patchy, Meat Shield Lord, and we've got Jean de Cleeson here, which that was a request from an amazing viewer from the stream. So someone wanted to have Patchy in the game, and I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we got Crazy Ozzy, the Morgul, Morngul, it should say, but Morgul, whatever. And then Captain Feathersword. So you guys help me make up stories for these characters. That'd be fun in the chat. Like if you have a story for one of the characters, like the Morngul or Feathersword or Patchy. Well, Patchy has his own story as the Austrian peasant, but if you want to fill in the gaps in between, that's fine too. And then Jean de Cleeson, the pirate here, you say, yeah, you'll fill it in. Have some fun. Knock it out in the comments, and if I see some good comments, I'll pull it up on the next video, and we'll read some of those and kind of have some fun with it. So, let's keep the legendary salt flowing here, folks. Ooh, Safri's destroyed. That makes me happy. They are the biggest jerks in the High Elf campaign. You know what? Biggest jerks. They always declare war on you, and they never trade with you. I mean, they are the jerks of Ulthuan, but I think there's a lot of people who would probably say that Ulthuan is full of jerks anyway, but yeah, I know. High Elf's supposed to be all snooty. Extra snoot. Let's see. Tears of the Dark Straits. Good old Safri. Gone and no one cares. Alright, Patchy levels up now. Patchy has a pistol, and he's Lord of the Deeps. Ooh, Rotting Promethean, that's cool. That is cool. I think Hunger is a good spot to start here. Missile attack possible. Oh, target if a missile attack is possible, and it imbues magical damage and 90 accuracy. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's some pretty good stuff. Love the replenishment rate that we have with Saltspite at this point. Alright, it says these filthy peasants have an advantage, but what is the auto result? It's got to be the towers. What do y'all think? Towers? It's got to be the towers. I think this crab's already got some physical resistance because of some tech tree stuff. Let's throw it on him, though. I think that'd be a cool place. I mean, there's lots of cool places where you could have a 20% ward save. We've got our 3 mortars. We could always drop Queen Bess. Actually, we'll save Queen Bess for Patchy's army. Queen Bess is pretty spectacular. The amount of damage it does is just hilarious. Now, we don't have shields, which is not going to be ideal. But I'm also impatient and don't really feel like waiting this one out. Tower. We should be able to bring all our troops in from, like, coming down this flank here. It'd be kind of risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to kind of just deploy all my units. Deploy most of them over here. So what I'm going to do is try and, like, so some people may wonder what I'm doing. The tower has an arc of fire that's relatively narrow. It'll be something like this. That'll be the cone of fire. So if I come in from right here, we can avoid the tower fire and get our troops onto the wall. So that's what I'm trying to do over here, in case anybody's wondering. Put these guns back here. I'm going to put one zombie polearm up here as kind of a meat shield. Okay. And here's how we're going to make things work. Crabs, go break open the gates. Zombies, meat shield. You all just get out of the way. See the tower? Now all I got to do is just move a little bit and we won't be within its arc of fire. That was the purpose there. With that 20% ward save, it ought to make these, ought to make Zoidberg's cousins pretty powerful here. Yeah, definitely going to save them some damage on the way in. 120 armor, no shield of course, but let's try to drop the bowman. Now there's no need to keep these zombies there. Actually, we can keep them a little further back so that maybe the towers target them instead of my artillery. Okay. Depth guard. You all know what to do. Our depth guard should be able to force its way in. Pretty simple. And the gates are going to drop to my crabs. Let's watch my depth guard scale the wall. Look at these rickety vampire ladders. I like the anchors and stuff on the end. It's a nice touch. Peasants, prepare to meet Johnny Depth Guard. Oh man, those units look so cool. Yeah, alright, Depth Guard's gonna just start owning these. There we go. So we got a lot of them headed up. How's the gates? Gates. Gates, please. 66%. I think it's probably okay to go ahead and bring our heroes over here. Yeah, zombies are taking the tower fire, which keeps my mortar safe. I don't know. Oh, we routed that unit and they're going to keep firing at it. Alright, depth guard already pushing through here quite easily. Mounted yeoman. Let's go ahead and come down off the walls. Let's bring some infantry over to go through the gates. Get the gunners over here out of the way. Alright, the gatehouse is open. We are open for business, folks. Look at these poor peasant mobs right inside the gate. They're like, why? Why do we do this? Why do we vow allegiance to Lord and Liege who allows this to happen to us? I mean, they're getting attacked by undead hermit crabs. What a life. What a life. What a time to be a Bretonnian peasant. Ceasefire, because I don't want to hit my depth guard here. I want to be careful. And let's see, Lure of Vampires. Oh, I thought I was going to get a hold of that unit. It didn't. That's frustrating. Bring the depth guard in. Let's check out this fight on the wall here real quick. Bretonnians are like the perfect fodder faction for depth guard. just going to get kills for days, even against the halberds.
Aranessa! Get me close.
Summon a zombie up over here. See the summon deckhand mob. Oh man, I love this big giant pirate brawl. It's just too much fun. Too much fun. Alright, let's bring another depth guard through. Actually, not you. There you go. Let's bring these guys through. There's a few units to clean up on the wall. There's 2 paladins, so they're putting up some fight here. I don't know if this will work while they're on the wall. Looks like it won't. Alright, let's end the battle. So, again, figured that would be easy. The auto-resolve there was an absolute joke. So, if you're new to the game, and I'll take a minute to explain this while we're going back out to the campaign map. So, I'm relatively new to the game. Maybe you've learned the basics of how to move units and stuff like that, but you wonder a little bit deeper things. So I think one of the things you should check out if you're newer to the game and you're wanting to get better, you've kind of mastered, I wouldn't say like mastered per se, but you've learned the controls. You know how to move troops, at least at a basic level. And you're wondering, what units should I use against what? So there's this little button over here on the units. In the battle it's collapsible up and down, but if you click a unit you can see their stats over here. So how did I know depth guard, for instance, would be good against Bretonnian peasants? Well, it's this right here, weapon strength. This indicates how much damage they're going to deal when they hit, and it's a ton. It's an absolute crap ton. It's extremely high. And then their melee defense is also high at 50, and the melee attack's also high at 54. So what it means is this unit is very hard for other units to hit when they're in melee, because they can defend against it. But it's very likely mine will land a hit because their attack is so strong, and then when they do land it, they're going to cause a ton of damage to the health of the enemy unit, and the only way that can be avoided is if the enemy unit is heavily armored. Bretonnia is not heavily armored, so that's how I know, for instance, like depth guard would be good. So that's how you start to figure out matchups between units. You have to look at those different characteristics of the unit and kind of figure out how they're going to match up against each other. So that's kind of the basis for it, in case anybody was relatively new and kind of wondering how that works. That's how it works. Okay, so we've taken yet another settlement here. And we don't need that one there. Let's see. This is just income. Income is nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to have it as the initial focus. And then someone was saying I ought to see whether I could get trade with the Tomb Kings, and that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm going to definitely get these ones that'll help me spread vampiric corruption to other provinces. That will certainly help me. Tomb Kings. Well, they don't like me, but this faction doesn't exactly hate me. Could make a non-aggression pact at least. Or not. And see if we could get some of these factions. Yeah, they're not interested yet. We'll see whether or not we can convince them. Because it would be cool to have a trade partner and be able to make some money off of that. But if we don't, then, so be it. That's the way it is. Can we recruit another vampire fleet captain? We cannot, because we're 2 of 2. Now, we got Patchy's army. I kind of want to use this vampire fleet captain to see if we can establish a Pirate Cove at Lothern. We have one at the Shrine of Loic, and then it'd be good to get one up here too. I need a fleet captain, so I'm going to leave Patchy alone for now, which I know is a bit risky. But I'm going to sail these up here and look for ways to establish pirate coves, and we will just kind of bring Patchy along with Aranessa as support. So that's how we'll play that for now. And I think we're good to end a turn here. So we need to save up some money and use this fleet captain to establish these pirate coves, because then that'll drive our income up real high. And we won't even have to contend with taking territory. Because honestly, right now, the way I'm taking territory, you don't have to do it. You can go establish the pirate coves, let that make your income for you, and then just sail around using your fleet as a base of operations. But the only challenge there is replenishment. You have to do it in enemy territory, and it's quite a bit slower when you're in encampment versus when you're not in an encampment, you're actually in a settlement. These guys are going to suicide against me to try and save their honor. Fodder no more, actually, that'd be great. Make our infantry even more ridiculously strong. I thought these guys would be destroyed. Let's send Patchy up right to the edge of the... There we go. Be gone, scum! Alright, Thegan's errantry is gone. Thegan's errantry, whatever that is. There's a siege going on over here.
More moving, less moaning.
Archon. Archon, you're messing up my plans, buddy. I thought you were supposed to like vampires.
Forget what you know. It is what I know that should terrify you.
Yeah, you're not that scary, just so you know.
I have sailed the world. Serve for eternity. Promising.
Let's see, Spiteful Shot is pretty cool, but let's do Route Marcher, and then like this kind of held together by screws, Ghost Fleet. Let's just start getting some of the basics in place. For Patchy, we've got enough money potentially to establish a pirate cove, so let's keep saving it. Yeah, it's 5,500. Let's do that. Establish Pirate Cove and Lothern. And let's see here. Really want to focus on growth and corruption here. Get this province built up, and then we can kind of turn it into what we want over the long run. But growth and corruption at the moment. Growth and corruption. That way we can get it up to full size. Maximize the defense, the effectiveness, the money we can make from it, that kind of stuff. Gaze of Nagash isn't bad these days, is it? I don't think it is. Dance Macabre, that'd be a good one too. Oh, hang on, go back. Replenish troops first. Want to max out because it's a legendary campaign. We want our armies to be able to recruit or re-recruit very quickly, so that there's going to count +1 for all recruit, raise the dead. Sea Dogs, it's leadership, what's all over? Lightning Strike could be handy. Pirate crew growth, even higher. Holy cow. Minus upkeep for all units. That's also very handy. Wow, even more upkeep. So I'm going to actually... Sorry, I just bumped my microphone and that was probably very loud. I'm going to actually spend a lot of skill points down here in the blue tree because... some of this is extremely valuable for a legendary campaign where I'm not going to be as worried about how hard Aranessa is going to hit someone just for my own satisfaction. It's going to be more about, over the long run, what is going to provide my faction the most benefit. And the extra upkeep reduction feels like it would be very nice to have indeed. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We could go ahead and recruit a Queen Bess into Patchy's army. And then he would come in as reinforcements with Queen Bess and himself. Or herself. I think technically it's a she character, but I just keep calling it him. Hey. We don't have to pick one. We don't have to pick one. Really don't like what Archon's doing over here, taking my port. rebellion here. Well, we should be able to double back and deal with the rebellion quite handily.
Rajon! Move your spineless bags! You will be
Yeah.
flogged.
We'll just get ready to deal with the rebellion. Oh, I spent all my money on those buildings. What was I thinking? Now I don't have enough money to take care of the Pirate Cove at Lothern. I'm gonna have to wait.
Undead
My bad.
healers.
We could always cut one of those. Yeah, let's cancel that construction.
10,000 lashes blow it sky high.
I think he failed. Or no, he didn't reach it all the way. Yeah, I'm not sure he
I
reached.
hunger. Aim for this.
There we go. We now have a Pirate Cove at Lothern. They have huge income. So we can build, once we have the money, we can build this building right here where we'll get 50% of that income.
I hunger for blood.
Replenish troops. Okay. Got it. And let's do Invocation of Nehek. In turn. Yeah, we're about to pick up some huge income off Lothern once we build that building. Huge income. And then we'll go and do the same. Try and really get a good bunch of pirate coves going. The investment will definitely be worth it. As much money as Lothern makes, that should pay off very quickly. Damage building. Come on, Noctilus. Waste your time with damaging buildings. That's what your army's for. Ooh, I really want to fight that dwarf navy. Really want to fight that dwarf navy. Don't sail away! Hero recruited. Gunnery white. We haven't gotten a gunnery white yet, so let's grab one. Where'd he go? Holy crap, he's all the way back at Sartosa. Alright. Gunnery white. Wow, that guy sounds like he's smoked a few packs.
Move. Don't linger.
Either that or been dead and rotting under the water for a long time. That's another possibility.
Blessing from the sea, Father.
Okay. Alright, Salty Saltspite.
Ahoy!
Patchy,
Now,
you hang tight here, son.
vampire of the waves.
Just chill for a minute. Alright, Salty. Let's do this one. The upkeep. Upkeep reduction.
loyal to a fault.
Got all the replenishments. Spread public order. This is really handy too, potentially. But let's go ahead and finish the magic because this particular pirate is spending a lot of time in my army.
The queen
Probably
of
wouldn't
time.
hurt to finish some of the other stuff there too. Yeah, let's build this Picaroon's hideout. Oh yeah, we're gonna pick up some cash now. We're gonna pick up some cash now. Let's see, let's sail around. And I know there's a port. No, there's a port over here.
The next wind.
Okay.
Sea dog.
Not gonna spin. Oh, yeah, I am gonna spin that. Build up Patchy's flagship a little. Because the growth will start to add up over time. It'd be quite handy. Love the flagship mechanic. It's kind of cool that if you just don't feel like settling, you can take to the seas. Or if you don't feel like kind of playing in that horde type fashion, you can settle. Love the kind of flexibility for both in the campaign. Oh, don't you sail away from me, dwarves. Aranessa wants to come have a chat. Let's talk.
My anger rises like the tide.
What the heck? What do you want? Peace treaty? They're at war with these other people, and I want to make a peace treaty because it'll just, like, I mean, I'm not threatened by them, and I don't want the peace treaty because if I stay at war with them, perhaps it gives me some leverage for the Tomb Kings around me to like me a little better. Slay the curs. Gain some infamy. Move any character to Sartosa. We just got rewarded. Wait a minute. Move any character to the region, Sartosa. Well, piece of crap. We were just there. There we go. Defeat Scold Raiders. Okay, well, we can try and do that. At least we had a character nearby. That worked out quite nice. Alright, Gunnery White. Head back this way. Let's do this. Bring this out here so we can gain some experience for Patchy along the way. Woo! Boy, this army is no joke. They are no joke. And Depth Guard aren't great against armor. But again, the stats on ours are so high at this point. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. But they're not typically good against armor. We do have a bit of a ranged advantage, fortunately. So this will be a fun fight because we get to fight something very different. We've so far gotten to fight Bretonnia. We'll get to fight the dwarves here. We've gotten to fight, maybe getting to fight some Tomb Kings soon. Because in the Cylostra campaign, one person was saying, oh, this is boring. We're always fighting the same stuff. Oh, these maps. These maps are pretty much all the same. Remember, this is very similar to the one with the forest. It just doesn't have the forest. It's got these buildings here. Little creek, like, yeah, I mean, that's one thing about this that I haven't been happy with. The map variation is not great. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great like I would want it to be. And I'm excited for him to update the... I want him to really update the Grand Campaign custom maps mod, because I think it'll make this much better. I'm going to target the Iron Breakers and just move my infantry and stuff forward. Try and get in behind the Dawi and use these two units. Okay, let's get our groups set up. Okay. Let's destroy Iron Breakers. Group 1, let's move up. And let's get our Morngul. Gotta watch out for these Thunderers. It's actually a pretty dangerous unit. Whew, yeah. That artillery is going to hurt our infantry something fierce. Start focusing out their skirmish units. Okay, let's get Aranessa up here. And I should have already been moving these units. It's going to help short. Oh my goodness, we are getting absolutely owned up here. Wow. Our depth guard got absolutely destroyed by something here. I didn't catch it. That stinks, but I can re-recruit it. Accidentally got stuck here for a second. Let's tie down that thunder. I don't think we can defeat it, but let's tie it down so my Morngul can do some work. Oh, yeah, we're getting shot up pretty bad here. More Iron Breakers and Longbeards. Yeah, we're gonna take more damage from this dwarf army than I would like to absorb. Try and summon some zombies to help out the cause here a little. Because that dwarf infantry is not dying as easily as I would like. And that artillery is hurting from range. Let's use our own firepower to our advantage. Oh man, this is going to end up being a fight. Oh well. Let's have fun with it. Let's enjoy it. We've had some easy ones. Let's have a hard one here. Summon some zombies up to help here. It's going to be a few seconds before I can heal. Do some healing. Let's take our Morngul Haunter, see if we can go jack these guys up. Let's actually use these to finish those. Bring our infantry back this way. Man, our crabs are doing fantastic over here. And once we got some extra fodder over there, it really helped our depth guard, because when they were absorbing all that by themselves, it was getting pretty ugly. Our Morngul Haunter is doing great. He's got a ton of hit points, which is helping him out. We're running out of targets for our handguns. Some of them are back here. They're just not going to be easy to get to. Aranessa is not affected by healing, so that's something to remember. I seem to forget it frequently. Got Tide Call. Spiteful Shot, but I don't have anything to use it on right now. Let's get back into this fight over here. Oh! Our mortars have not done real great here either. Could be the armor that the dwarves have here. And I cannot seem to take out this filthy dwarf lord. Oh man. I think I lost my fleet captain in there too. I sure did. Piece of crap. It's not good. Didn't mean to do that. So wow, this battle ended up costing me a lot more than I had originally expected. I knew it was going to be tough, but I didn't pay attention to my fleet captain there. Let's get Aranessa out of here because this is getting a little too dangerous. Let's try and finish off the rest of this infantry. Let's bring Admiral Patchy back away from this too, because that's just getting a hair dangerous here, folks. There we go. Shoot these units up. That should help take care of business. Man, those crabs are so strong because of all of the buff they're getting from that ward save. Our mortars have just not been getting the job done back here. Come on, gunners, just shoot him. Who cares if there's a zombie in the way? When have we ever cared about something like that? Let's back up and get ready to hit our targets here. Alright, we're finally going to silence their artillery back here. There's a couple of guns that are back here too, taking a lot of shots at me. Those rotting Prometheans are just so tanky now. Man, I'm so mad I lost my fleet captain from not paying attention. Gotta remember to pay closer attention to those fights because the dwarves are a lot trickier targets at that point. Get rid of these stupid flamethrowers that are ruining us. I don't know how many mortar rounds they've taken and managed to survive it. There they go. See if we can execute this dwarf lord real quick. Man, that guy is tough as nails. He just ate it all the way out of there and barely lost any health. Alright, note to self. Not really sure how many more dwarf navies I want to fight. Dang it. Lost my character. That makes me so mad. That's totally my fault, though, because I wasn't paying attention. Even though I'm Saltspite, I can't get too salty at that because it's my own fault. It's my own fault. Well, we'll have to make a new Captain Feathersword. How about that? Let's take the treasury. We're gonna end up spending a lot more of that replacing everything, but hey, we'll gain a little bit of renown and unlocked. Ooh, they had one of our pieces of 8, so we unlocked a regiment of renown. Excellent, excellent.
Admiral of the fleet, serve for eternity.
All right, that'll put our replenishment through the roof, and then let's get over here. Recruit a hero. The only thing I hate is that I lost the experience that was on that unit. Here we go.
Fleet captain,
And let's
report.
rename Captain Feather Sword. There we go. All right. Well, we've got a new fleet captain.
Captain, time to press, gang. The crew are restless.
All right, Patchy leveled up. Let's work on Ghost Fleet. I know he doesn't have an army yet, but that'll be handy.
Aranessa Saltspite.
And the Morngul Haunter. We're done spreading corruption. I don't really need the other stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting this stuff on here that just makes them a little more powerful.
Captain, on
And
deck.
let's swing around here. Oh, look at the income after all that. Just look at it. Yeah, we lost some troops too, which is also part of the reason, but that income. Let's get a Queen Bess. Here, Bessie.
Landfolk are weak.
All right, we got Bess. And in this army, I lost... Let's see. I want some more depth guard. I'm only going to keep the 2 pole arms for now. Let's recruit. And we can get depth guard with pole arms, actually, so we should probably replace these blokes. We'll put them in Patchy's army because they've got nice chevronage.
Commander, I have sailed the world.
So anything we're not going to keep in Patchy's army, let's move it over. I think for now that's it.
Trooping.
So let's put that in Patchy's army. Recruit units.
Bring them back.
Let's get that one. Couple pole arms. So that'll be 4 standard, 2 pole arms, so 6 infantry in total, and they're elite. We've got the mortars. I'd kind of like to have some. I'd like to have some monstrous units. We just don't have access to them yet. Well, we do actually. They would have to be recruited globally. Rotting Promethean gunnery mob. We don't have access to them yet in Aranessa's fleet. I think it would be, yeah, this tree right here is the one I want to unlock. Yeah. It takes 9 growth. I've got 13, so we're more than good, and we've got the money, so let's take care of that. And then that way I can recruit better units into Aranessa's army that will help us be tankier. Those rotting Prometheans, or yeah, I think the rotting Prometheans, what they're called. I get the names mixed up a little bit here and there, but they should be really good.
Captain.
I'm going to save some money because I want to establish this Pirate Cove. Well, getting all that money from Lothern was very timely because it helps us fund this second army here. And then the more that we upgrade Aranessa's skill to reduce upkeep, again, save us more money for more troops, get our strength up to where we can take on big, powerful foes, potentially, if we have to. I'd like to go take the Galleon's graveyard from Noctilus. That would be fun. Alright, skilled raiders. Yeah, we need to take those guys out too so we can try and get the... Ah, there we go. We're going to have so much resistance on our rotting Prometheans now. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so that's another 400 income we can get off this thing too. It'll be costly to establish it, but again, it's nice income to have. Very nice income. Alright, Saltspite. Go ahead and level up. Syrenes would be a really cool unit to have, as well as the rotting Prometheans. Syrenes have decent speed and they cause terror. Really good to roll down the flanks. Hero recruit rank +5. I mean, that can't hurt. Construction time -35% for all regions. Seascape Artist, Campaign Movement Range, plus 10%. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Leadership for a Lord's Army would be really nice as well. Bonus versus Infantry for Deckhand Mob, Gunnery Mob, Deck Droppers. It's okay. It's nothing special. Efficient Necromancy. Stock trait that we can give to a unit. Ooh, now that would be fun. Let's do that, actually, because there'd be some fun units to put that on. Alright. Just about out of time for this episode. I feel like we're getting some good stuff done here. Establishing that Pirate Cove in Lothern is going to be insanely effective. I'm going to keep looking around for more High Elf ports to put coves on, because those should be easy money. And I think there's some... Oh, I know a good one to go to. On the other side of the outer ring of Ulthuan, the one that has the gold mine. That's the one we want to go get. Because that one will be making some cash. That is the plan. And we're sticking to it. Consolidating our power. Push on. I hate that we're going to lose campaign movement range, but... Alright,
Salty blood.
we don't have the money to establish the Pirate Cove. That's just great.
Treading.
Holy
Mother of the Dark.
Harganeth. She's about to ruin my income there. Oh well, we'll go ahead and establish it since we came all that way. Did you guys like that? Holy Harganeth. Alright, so we do have the growth, but we don't have the money. But at this point, let's save some money for a turn or two, and then I'll put some Syrenes in this army.
Vampire of the waves.
Let's hold off there. Got my Gunnery White headed for Patchy's army. Gunnery White is a cool unit. He can give some buffs to some of the units that shoot, and he has magic missiles. Really a pretty interesting hero unit. Really like some of the special stuff they added into this DLC. It makes it very fun. Very fun indeed. Oh, I don't want Harganeth to ruin that port. It'll be a waste of a perfectly good port. Go away, Harganeth. Shoo. No, I don't want to lose 1,000 of my treasury, because then I won't be able to make my port. I hate you. Now I don't have enough money to establish it. Freaking jerks.
I hunger for blood.
Let's just get ashore. Dig for treasure while we're here. Go ahead and dig for treasure. Alright, here we go. I gotta save my money. I can't recruit the Syrenes yet, so I'm just gonna have to jump through another turn in real quick. So I need to establish that cove. We need to go get fighting, though, because that helps us make more money. I wonder, did Archon ever take that settlement? Looks like he did. That kind of yellowish color over there makes me think that Archon took it. Oh, wow, look at that. Harganeth, like, backed up even though there was nothing there to stop him? Is Ulthuan being successfully invaded by Harganeth? Man, we would own Tomb King so bad in a fight right now because of the depth guard. They would just have to have insane constructs. Tons of archers, something like that. That'd be the only way. Like, spam a Shabti with great weapons. Wounded. Piece of crap. I went all the way up there and they stinking... I should have stayed at sea. That sucks. Well, it's only wounded, so we'll get him back. Could be worse. Could be worse. Alright, I definitely want some Syrenes.
This is drying me out.
This is trying me out. And then let's actually put that special Morngul unit in Patchy's army, and let's stick the Rotting Promethean here. There we go. So 2 turns, they'll be all set, and then let's take. Can you recruit? Well, no, okay, we can't do that while we're in the other one.
Admiral of the fleet.
Let's throw that unit in while we got the opportunity. Can we dig for treasure right here? Treasure hunt failed. Alright. I haven't actually successfully found a treasure map yet. I wonder what the heck Kimri's up to sailing off. We should be spreading some really nice vampiric corruption depending on what kind of untainted effect that the Tomb Kings are able to maintain. Yeah, I mean, public orders suffering there. Even at legendary difficulty, it's suffering. So it means the AI is definitely feeling the effects of it.
Undead raiders. The crew are restless.
Does it help to move around when you're searching for treasure? Or should you stay in the same spot? I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody talk about that. We're still recruiting there. Okay. How long is my agent wounded for? Another 3 turns. Anyway, I'm out of time for this one. It was fun. The legendary Salt campaign will continue soon, so keep your eyes peeled. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I will see you all next time.